Hi Wargamers, Spirit Warrior 40k here. So today we're going for some Tactica. It's our second in the series and we're going to be doing Asurman. Not a character which will be my finished army, but I painted him up a while ago. That's 2-3 years ago. So yeah, and it's quite an important figure in the range of models. Probably between him and Fugan, who are one of the best Phoenix Lords. Yeah, so we'll go through his stats and then we'll throw up a few scenarios with some intercessors and then with the captain to see how it happens. Yeah, paint job on this one's not the best. Like I said, painted up a while ago when I was still just slapping paint on. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay guys, so here you can see Asurman stats. We'll just make our way down from the top. So he's 9 power points. In terms of actual points, 175 that includes war gear. So it's quite a good amount, to be fair, considering, let's look at someone like who we looked at last week, Prince Uriel. He's 104. And he's not exactly the best, as we went through in the Tactica. So Asurman, you're going to see is considerably better. And for 175 points, yeah, I would say it's quite a good option. So as you can see, we're looking at 7 movement, 7 inches. It's about average, standard for infantry, Eldar, because they're quite quick, aren't they? Oh, sorry. Weapon skill 2, ballistic skill 2, so he's hitting on pretty much anything really, unless you roll the ready 1, which I'm sure we'll find when I do some rolling up that there'll be plenty of them. Strength 4, toughness 4, it's what you're going to get for Eldar, to be fair. Toughness usually is 3, so a 4 is not too bad. 6 wounds, so you're going to have to get through him quite a lot, and 5 attacks. Believe me, you're going to do some damage with that. Leadership 9 is not part of a unit, so it doesn't make a major difference really. And it's 2+ save, which is really good. So what's he carrying? He's carrying the Avenger Shuriken Catapult and the Sword of Azure. So the Avenger Shuriken Catapult is his long range weapon. And as you can see, 18-inch range. You get 2 shots with it. Strength 4, which again, as a Shuriken Catapult, is standard. And then you've got this bit here, over here. So each time you roll a wound, make a wound roll of 6+, the AP is resolved at -3 instead of 0. So on 2 rolls, once every 3 turns, you're going to average out of 6. But yeah, to be fair, he's not a long range character massively. You're going to want to get him in combat because he's awesome. And with those 5 attacks as well, that's where he's going to go. Okay, so a Sword of Azure. So here we are. So it's obviously melee again. Strength +1, so you got a 5 strength. Minus AP is -3, which is really good. And then there's that D3 damage, which is really good. And then just to add insult to injury, each time you roll a 6+ for this weapon, takes off as D3 mortal wounds. So you should, on average, every time you attack with those 5 wounds, I think you got like 1.75 chance of getting a 6. So yeah, that's not too bad. And like I said, we'll see it in the when we do the scenarios. Which I'm sure I'll probably forget this rule because I usually do. Okay, so abilities, as standard, Ancient Doom and the Battle Focus. For those of you that don't know what Ancient Doom is, we'll just go through it. You can reroll failed hit rolls in the fight phase for this unit in a turn in which it charges or is charged by a Slash unit. However, you must add 1 to morale test for this unit if it is within 3 inches of Slash unit. Again, you're not going to be doing morale with Asurman because he's dead if you kill him. So that's that. But that's still quite a good one. And then obviously battle focus, again for those that don't know it. This unit can shoot in the shooting phase as if it hasn't moved or advanced. So you can advance and shoot. Cannot charge though, which is something I've recently found out. So yeah, there's that. Shield of Grace. Asurman has a 4+ invuln save against ranged weapons and 3+ invuln against melee. I always again forget that one. But that's still quite good. I mean, the 4+ is good for ranged. I mean, any 4+ invuln save, so you got a 3 in 6 chance of saving it. Whereas obviously the 3+ invuln saves, you got 4 in 6 chance, so that's just as good. Okay, and then defense tactics. So when Asurman fires Overwatch, he hits on rolls of 5+, regardless of any modifiers. So it just gives you an extra chance to get that wound. Personally, you want to be getting him into combat more before anyone else, to be fair. I know he's got 6 wounds and he's got that 2+ save and stuff, but you don't want to be losing wounds for no reason. So try and get him into combat first. And then Hand of Asurman, which is really good because this is quite good in my army because I have quite a high aspect warrior take. So that's quite good at the moment while I'm using him. So let's go through it. Friendly aspect warriors within 6 inches have a 5+ invuln save. Dire Avengers have a 4+ invulnerable save instead. I don't run Dire Avengers, but if I did, I'd probably use them just as objective grabbers. And so, I mean, there's 2 ways you can play that then with Asurman. Is you can use him, keep him there just for the invuln save to try and keep him alive, because they're not, they're only slightly better than Guardians in my opinion. Or you can obviously march up the table with Asurman and then try and get into combat, but they're not the best in combat. So yeah, like I said, I don't run them, so they're not what I want out of my aspect warriors. So okay, obviously faction keywords: Daria, Azurni, aspect warrior, and then keyword character infantry, Phoenix Lord Asurman. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, if I'm honest. So what we'll do now, we'll get into some scenarios and we'll see how it gets on. Yep. Okay, guys, so as you can see, we have Asurman and the 5 intercessors. They all have 2 wounds each. This guy, though, has 3 attacks and the rest only have 2 attacks when it comes to close combat. Okay, so we'll start off. So he's sort of moved into range. Gets 2 attacks with his Shrieking Catapult. Avenger Shrieking Catapult. Needing 2s. 2 5s, that's good. And it's strength 4, so toughness 4 for the intercessors. So that means 4s to hit. 4s to wound, sorry. Oh. That's a 5, so 1 wound. And it has no AP, so it's just a 3-up save for the guys. And they get a 2. Let's close it up a little bit so we can maybe, yeah. So 1 wound taken. That's a good start for Asurman. Where's the 1? There it is. Don't worry, guys, we will be getting some Eldar dice when they come out with the new codex. Probably either Striking Scorpions or the Fire Dragons we'll be getting. But anyway, back to the Tactica. Okay, so these guys have rapid fire 1, so get 2 shots each. So that's 10 shots in total. 6, 8, and 10. And they will be hitting on 6s, remember, because it's Overwatch. And none. But as you can see, again, 1, 2, 3, 4 1s. Maybe we should change the name from Spirit Warrior to One Warrior. Okay, so we'll say he gets in. And we'll just move all these around just to make it a bit more thematical. There we go, so surrounded. Okay, so 5 attacks for Asurman using his Sword of Azure. Needing 2s to hit. Another 1. And then it is strength 5 because there's a +1 on it, and them guys are toughness 4. So we're hitting on 3s. Another 2 1s and a 2. It's going great for Asurman. So 1 wound at -3 AP. So D6, so 6 stop save. No, and it is D3 wounds, remember, guys. So That's 2 wounds. It doesn't go on the unit, remember, so it only goes on one model. So it would kill one on its own, but because we've put the wound on this guy to start with, he has to take the wounds first. So we've kind of lost a wound, really, because they don't get carried over. So let's put him over there. Okay, so now it's these guys' turns to attack. So remember, he gets 3 attacks, and these guys get 2. So 2, 4, 6, so 9 attacks. 3, 6, 9. Needing 3s to hit, guys. Oh, no ones for them, but a couple of 2s. And then strength 4, toughness 4 for Asurman, so 4s to wound. Number 1. And there's a 3 there. So 4 wounds to take out. It is minus 1 AP for their bolt rifle. Sorry, no, because they don't. It's no AP. So 3s to 2 up save for Asurman, and he gets 2 ones. Great. Okay. So Asurman takes 2 wounds because the 1 warrior. Okay, so his catapult is not a pistol, so we can't fire that in the shooting phase of the next phase. So we'll just carry on again. So 5 attacks for Asurman. Needing 2s. That's better. And then strength 5, toughness 4, so needing 3s. It's not going well for Asurman. He is better than this. I did say he was a boss, but I have taken him into a group of 4 or 5, 3 or 4 warriors of the Tyranids, and taken them all out in one turn. So this isn't reflective. That's a 6. Remember as well, because of the Sword of Azure, if we get a 6, we get a 3 mortal wounds as well. No, D3 mortal wounds on top of any original damage. So it's a 2 saves, 2 normal saves. Sorry, 2 saves of 6+ for these guys. So let's do that. Both of them miss, and then it's D3 damage. So 1 plus blah 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 3. So again, please comment below, guys. Where's the finger? There it is. So in total, this is 4 wounds. Now, in my understanding, this 1 wound must be allocated to one guy, and these 3 wounds must be allocated to another guy. And it can't carry over to other units because they're obviously only 2 attacks. But just clarify that below, guys, if I'm wrong. Yeah, okay. So in my opinion, that's 2 gone. Over there. And then remember, we do have the D3 mortal wounds as well, because we got the 6. So we'll roll that with the 6. It's a 1 again. So 1 wound. So we'll stick that on this guy over here. There we go. Okay, so now they're going to go back. So again, 3 for him and 2 for him. So that's 5 in total. Needing 3s. So get rid of those. And then needing 4s. So that's not too bad. So 2 wounds, 2 up save for Asurman. Both saved. Okay, and we might as well go into the final round, guys. So 5 attacks for Asurman. In 2, so all of them hit. And then needing 3s. Yep, 3s to wound. Got the 1 there. So 4 wounds with minus 3 AP. So looking for 6s. No 6s. And then D3 wounds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're gone. So yeah. So as you can see, guys, he took 2 wounds, but he took out how many? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 wounds he took there, and he's only taken 2. So that's not a bad result, if I'm honest. Again, it probably could have been better if it wasn't for my dice rolling. But yeah, so what we'll do now, we'll get him up with the Captain in Gravis armor, and we'll see how that goes. Okay. Okay, guys. So we've got Asurman again. And the Captain Gravis armor. Again, apologies for the model not being painted. I'm just focusing massively on my Eldar army at the moment, rather than these Dark Angels heretics, maybe? You never know. We'll find out when Lion comes back. Yeah, so before we carry on, guys, just take the opportunity to say to you, hit the subscribe button and the bell, and make some comments. Any comments are good comments. Even the ones where you tell me that I'm doing everything completely wrong. Yeah, I take it as feedback. So again, it's a new channel, so yeah, pass it on to your friends and if you know any Eldar players that might benefit or might just enjoy the channel. So yeah, all right, great. So Asurman is going to fire into the guy with Gravis armor. So there's 2 attacks with his Avenger Shroom Catapult, needing 2s. 1. Okay. Yep, so the catapult is strength 4. He is toughness 5 as well. Yeah, so needing 5s to wound. 3, nothing. Just a quick about him, guys. So he is 2 to shoot, 2 plus in combat, 4 strength, toughness 5, 6 wounds. So he has the same as Asurman, so it'll be quite an interesting battle. And he has 5 attacks, so 1 less. They're the same as Asurman, and he has a 3+ save with a 4+ invuln save. And he can actually re-roll hits of 1. Okay, so we're going to charge into combat here. He has a pistol to do Overwatch with, so 3 shots and needing 6s. No! So he's in. Let's push him in. Okay. There you go. Asurman doesn't even need to look. They're locking swords, and he trusts the gods of the Avatar of Cain so much that he doesn't even need to look. That's how skilled he is. Okay, so that just sounds stupid, doesn't it, really? There we go. So 5 attacks for Asurman, needing 2s. It's good. And then needing, so it's strength 5, toughness 5, so needing 4s. That's not too bad, actually. 2 hits, that's not bad. So again, it's -3 AP, so he's going to take his 4-up invuln save. Saves 1, and it's D3 damage. And that is a 6, so oof, nice 3 wounds there. So where am I? Where am I? 3 there. Okay, so his first turn, taking him down to half his wounds. But to be fair, his attacks are very similar. It's actually a ×2 strength, so he's going to be he's got a strength of 8 with that with the gauntlet, because that's the better one I think over there. -3 AP and then D3 damage. So we'll see how this goes. So again, 5 attacks for the guy, needing 2s. Gets a 1 there, but the rest are fine. Oh, actually, remember, he can reroll hits of 1. Great. And then it's strength 8 versus toughness 5. So that is 3s to wound. Finally get a 1 for that. So 3 saves of, presumably it would be 2 plus minus the 3, so that's 5. But he has an invuln save of 4. Let me just double check, because I always forget. Range 4 for ranged and 3+ for melee, so it's actually 3 pluses. Told you I'd forget it, guys. So 3s, 6, 6. Wow, triple 6. So Asurman, as you can see, took that in his stride. That 3+ invuln save is actually really good. So as you can see, like in 1 turn, he's been half dead. He had actually probably the better option. So he had the better chance of taking a lot of wounds off Asurman, but that 3+ invuln save is just, and obviously some amazing dice rolling from that. That's it. We're going to be getting 1s now for Asurman. Should hopefully allow him to finish him off. Okay, so go back to Asurman. So 5 attacks, needing 2s. There's a 1. And then needing, what do we say? It's toughness 5 versus 5, so yeah, needing 4s. That's really good. And I think he's gone, to be fair, because remember, we have the 6 there, so that's D3 mortal wounds, so as well as the damage from that anyway. So he's going to have 3, let's just move these to the side, just so we don't confuse. So he's going to have 3 rolls, saving rolls, with his 4-up invuln save. Saves 2. Oh, Asurman's getting a bit eager. There we go. So save 2, and then there was 1 miss. So again, D3 damage. There's 1 damage, so that puts him on to 4. Oh, all right, we'll put it on 2. 2 wounds left. And then, because we've got the 6, the D3 mortal wounds. Only 1. And there's the rubbishness of D3 and D6. You can never guarantee anything. So, okay, so this guy's turn now. Because he's got the pistol, he actually gets the pistol shots. So 3 pistol shots, needing 2s, re-rolling the 1s, all hit. And then, I for the life of me cannot remember what the strength of that is, but we'll double check quickly. Where are we? Gravis armor. Pistol. Okay, strength 4. Only does 1 damage. So strength 4 versus toughness 5. No, toughness 4, sorry. I'm getting very confused here. So 4s to wounds. 2 wounds. It's no AP, normal, just 1 damage. So Asurman with his 2 plus saves. Saved. Okay, so now he gets to do his actual attacks. So 5. Needing 2s. All hit. Tough strength 8, because again it's times 2, remember, and then against his toughness 5, so needing 3s. Oh, all of them wounding. Okay, so they all do D -3 AP. So Asurman's going to go for that 3+ invuln save, remember, because it's 3+ for melee and 4+ for ranged. So 3s. Gets all of them. Again, some really good rolling there. Minus the 1. And it's a D3. So, 6. So, 3 wounds left. So, it's quite a, I think we're going to carry on the combat very quickly. Asurman's a very good character. You've seen him take 10 wounds off these guys over, was it 2 turns, 3 turns? And we're now in, so he went, then it was him, and then him. I think so. I'm trying to think of how many. So this is his 3rd go. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, it's his 3rd turn. So you see, he's going to do the damage, but it's depending on the dice roll, it's that D3. I mean, it's not reliable in essence. Personally, I would have thought something like the sort of Azure, you'd maybe do 2 damage per hit rather than D3, just to shore that up. You never know, with the codex coming out, we might get a bit of a change, but I think if you think it in a realistic battle phase, you're swinging a sword round, you could chop a finger off, you could chop an arm off, so I guess it just gives it that little bit of realism within the game of space elves playing in space. Fighting with swords the size of their bodies, but yeah, there's some realism there. Okay, so we'll finish this off. So 5 shot attacks for Asurman, needing 2s. Yeah, so 4 hits, needing 4s. Oh, it's terrible rolling. Another 1. So -3 AP. So he's going to use his 4-up invuln save. Missed them both, so he's going to be dead, but D3, and there you go, 6 wound. That there would have killed him straight off if we'd have got that to start with. But yeah, and in his final blow, he slices him 6 times, chopping him for arms and legs off, and then his body in half. So yeah. Hey guys, so we'll end that those scenarios there, and we'll do a quick recap face to face. Right, guys. So you saw the scenarios. Asurman, we'll do here. Yeah, I feel like I've deflated you a little bit because I called him a boss before, but playing him in those scenarios sort of give me a bit more food for thought, if I'm honest. Still not going to take him just because I my two HQs for my points that I'm building up is going to be Uriel and a Farseer on a Wind Rider. But yeah, he's a good character. I can't complain. It does the 2+ to hits, 2+ to the. There's not 2+ to wounds, but it's not like Uriel who had that always hits and always wounds on a 2+. That's really good considering he's got I think strength 3 and toughness 3. This Asurman's got the 4 strength and 4 toughness, but it doesn't really give him that greatness to be hitting on, wounding on 2s, wounding on 3s. So the only way you're going to get that is if you bump him into something even worse than the Space Marines. I'm trying to think. I'm not massively clear on the stats of other things, guys. I don't know, Gaunts, Gene Stealers. I'm not sure, but anything with a toughness 3. He's going to be wounding on. What is he? If he's in close combat, it's strength 5, so toughness 3. He's going to be wounding on 3s. So it gives him that bit extra. And again, that you get that -3 AP, which is really good. But then if you've got a unit with in-run saves, it doesn't really make much difference. Those minuses, does it really? And that D3 could be great, like that you saw in that last roll. We would have taken out that captain in one turn. But in fact, it took us 3 turns because the one warrior just wasn't able to get those rolls. Yeah, in terms of his abilities, if I'm honest, take Fugan. If you got some fire dragons in there, take Fugan. He's so much better, and I think if he takes a wound, his stats double. So yeah, I think he's a quality character in my opinion. I haven't got him. Haven't got any intention of getting him in anytime soon. Maybe one day, if I'm honest. Maybe swap him out with Uriel on the odd occasion. Although from an Iandon point of view, that's forget that, scratch that. Nah, we'll leave the Farseer at home and take Fugan. Yeah, it's all about Uriel. Yeah, so but that I think the best thing about him was the in-run save. What's it called? The Shield of Grace, I think it is. Yeah, Shield of Grace. Gives him that 4+ in-run save from range and 3+ from combat. So that's really good in my opinion. So yeah, that's pretty much about it, guys. Like I said, halfway through the video, if you liked the video, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Yeah, let me know what you thought. Get some comments out. Like I said, there's no bad comments. I'd rather you tell me the bad stuff so that I can improve and make your experience of the channel much better. Share with your friends. Any people that fancy giving a go. Yeah, very quickly. For those of you that saw my episode 4 update, yesterday went to Games Workshop in Dudley and faced George again. We had a rematch and it went really. I won, so I was relatively shocked because on his first turn he rolled a 6 for smite, and then on his he re-rolled with a command point and got another 6. So he did, I think, D6, or he did 6 damage to my Wind Riders, and it's unlike damage doesn't usually get overspilled into other models. This hits the unit, so my Wind Rider unit, which has 6 wounds in total, was wiped, leaving my Farseer very exposed. We played Search and Destroy, I think, or it's one where you've got to go and get your opponent's objectives and you burn them. But it was really good. Managed to bring my he sort of moved very forward, leaving his objectives exposed, and just dropped my scorpions down, to be fair, and sort of took out. And I used my new wave serpent, which was in combat, and thankfully someone explained to me that I can withdraw, and because it's fly, it can shoot. So I was able to manage to withdraw 16 inches right on top of a spire, a massive sort of bit of kit. I think it was about 12 inches tall, and just sort of shot at his winged hive tyrant, sort of took that out, and that kind of freed a lot of my units up to take the battle to him. Really, really good battle again. Yeah, it was, like I said, it was kind of back and forth. So like the first turn, I think it was very much. I was starting to think, oh no, get a third battle in place, but we didn't need it in the end. So yeah, so thanks to George for that, for coming down and playing. Yeah, hope his bike didn't get nicked. He kept he's quite worried his bike was going to get nicked. So shout out to George. Hope your bike is still there and you got home safely, mate. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and next week, yeah, we could either finish my HQ of the finish the HQs, which would be my Farseer on a Wind Rider, or we can go to something else, guys. I've got some Aspect Warriors. I've got some other jet bikes, Wraith Lord, Wave Serpent. So I'm thinking the Farseer just to finish off the HQs. But if you fancy something different, guys, post below, and yeah, majority rules. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.